Back to the grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters. And damn, we got some boys coming out and kicking Fedor while he's down. I seen Michael Bisping come out with his little shots a couple days ago, and I was like, man, I ain't gonna do a little whole video just on Michael Bisping saying one thing about Fedor. But now that Alistair Overeem's coming out, and he's equally as shady. He's also throwing fucking jabs and shots and blasting Fedor. So I figured, fuck, I might as well bring both of them at the same time and see what the hitters are fucking time at about this shit right here. So let's see what Michael Bisping had to say. He said Fedor Emlianenko's loss at Bellator New York City was because he can't use steroids. Fuck, that was what Michael Bisping had to say. He said the reason's very simple. Steroids. I hate to be the guy that bangs it out all the time, but that's why guys who came over from Pride lose in the U.S. Listen, I know that Pride, by the way, this is third-hand information, that they were encouraged to use steroids. He said they wanted them to look a certain way. They weren't bothered. There was no drug testing. They wanted them to take steroids so it was more appealing to the Japanese audience. Of course, when they come over to America, they get drug tested so they don't take those drugs. Damn. That's interesting. So he said when you take steroids for so long, you feel invincible. But they get a I just woke up, by the way, first video of the day. They get a psychological dependence on them, and I know this because my old coach, Mario Sukata, was like that. Damn. This is interesting. Because I'll be honest, I didn't watch MMA back in Fedor Pride days, back in Fedor's heyday. So whenever people always talk about the greatest of all time, he's not on my list. Like, I just put him up there out of respect because so many people say it, not because I've seen all of his fights or I know how dominant he was. But I have seen a video of Dana White coming out and saying that he fought a bunch of guys, his record was padded, like he fought an old professional wrestler that had never fought MMA before. That's one of Fedor's wins. Like, just little shit like that. I was just like, damn, why are people saying this about Fedor? You know, one of the people that is recognized as a GOAT. And so Michael Bisping's coming out and he's saying Fedor was using steroids back in the day, and now that in America he can't use steroids, so he's getting whooped like a lot of these guys. Interesting. Alistair Overeem, if you remember, used to fight in Pride. He used to be known for being Alistair Ubereem. Fucking steroids galore. Fucking, he looks like a god. I think people are just jealous of Alistair Overeem, because I am. He's a fucking heavyweight, and he still looks like a fucking god. He looks like the final boss out of the movie fucking 300. Or like the final boss is Goon or something. The dude beside the final boss, you gotta get through him first. That's Alistair Overeem. Damn. That's crazy. Alistair Overeem, I ain't gonna lie, one of my fucking favorite fighters, dude. He's been, man, when he was fighting Stipe, I was like, damn, I thought Alistair was gonna win. Oh man, I'm over here on a tangent and shit. Anyways, I thought Alistair was gonna win, and I swear to God, Alistair clipped Stipe one time, and I was like, oh shit, Ant, no. And then Stipe came back and pumped the brakes. But then it was weird just seeing fucking Alistair like run against the cage like that, and then get touched and just go down. That shit was crazy. It was literally like he had a fucking light switch on his chin that Stipe found. It was crazy. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, so Alistair was taking fucking shots at Fedor too. And this goes into that GOAT conversation I was just talking about. He says Fedor had a great run from 2002 to 2005. People say he was unbeaten for 10 years, but after 2005, who did he fight? He fought Cans. He declined to fight me on 2 occasions, in 2009 and 2010. And so, here's the story. From 2001 to 2010, Fedor was unbeaten as a heavyweight in the world of MMA. Between 2002 and 2005, he beat some of his best wins on his resume. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, Heath Herring, Yuji Nagata, Mark Coleman, and Kevin Randleman. 2005, his win streak continued with wins against Mark Hunt, Tim Sylvia, and Andrei Arlovsky. So from 2005 to 2010, he did have wins over Mark Hunt, Tim Sylvia, and Andrei Arlovsky. Interesting. Overeem scheduled to fight former UFC champion Fedor July 8th, UFC 213. Oh shit, that's this week. He's probably saying this shit to pump his fight or something because I didn't realize how fucking close Alistair's fight was until he said this shit. So good move, buddy. Hey, fucking Alistair's fighting in fucking 6 days. He's on the same. What? Is he on the July 8th? I know he's not on the Ultimate Fighter card. Oh, okay, that's probably. Oh, that's UFC 213. I forgot that's right after. Okay, UFC 213. Nice. Okay, so I am interested to see what the hitters have to say about this. Really interested because I know we've got some guys and girls that have been watching since Pride days. Some people that actually know about Fedor's legacy. Some people that said Dana White was crazy when he was talking about Fedor's padded resume. Alistair Overeem's coming out. He's saying shit. He had a couple good wins from 2002 to 2005, but other than that, he was dodging me, and that's interesting. Interesting, very interesting. So I'll be looking because I do want to know more about Fedor's legacy and shit and how dominant he actually was. I remember someone said that back at the time, if you were watching MMA, you just knew nobody could beat Fedor. Anyone he fought, he would literally just beat, and it was just great to watch. And that was from someone who was a fan of Fedor. So I've heard both sides. I'm not on either side. I just see Michael Bisping and Alistair Overeem coming out throwing that heat at Fedor after he fucking lost by knockout to Matt Mitrione at Bellator New York City. With that being said, I don't know what else to say, man. Fuck it. It is what it is. Let the hitters know what the fuck you tap in the comments, dude.